Trauma, and even more trauma. We're going to talk about all that and more on today's reaction and review of Daemons of the Shadow Realm, Episode 7. Yo, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mark, and today, if you want to see the reaction to Episode 7, you can check it out on Patreon, link in the description down below, and in the pinned comment. And also, like, subscribe, hype the video, and do all that good jazz. Because today, this episode was wild, bro. We had so much to talk about, so much so that I took notes, like always. This time I took about 2.5 pages of notes, and like, man, this is gonna be a while. We're gonna be here for a while, like always. So, anyways, let's get into it. But as always, like, subscribe, as I said, and grab your snacks, grab your drinks, grab your notebooks, and let's talk about it. So, this episode starts out with me asking a simple question that will get answered later in the episode. Where is Deta? Because Deta, he should be there by now. And I ended up being right. But that's neither here nor there. That's something else. But for now, we actually start the real episode with Yuru explaining the first time he felt intent to kill directed at him. And it also was before his parents left. So I think he was around 12 maybe, or younger than, a little younger than that. And like, he almost died because of a bandit. A bandit was like, yo, I'm gonna kill you now. But instead of doing the killing, he got killed. And it was just, bro. Yoru struggles so much. Like, he has such a, he's traumatized, bro. He is just full of trauma, one way or another. And like this is also the first time he killed someone. Should also mention that. Hence, even more trauma. And his dad also killed him, technically. I don't know who dealt the finishing blow. But the thing is, even if technically his dad is the one who actually dealt the finishing blow, Yuru still stabbed the dude and got his blood on him. Like, bro is not okay. And I gotta give the dad credit. A lot of credit. Because I imagine there are other dads in anime, like this kind of, like in this kind of scenario, that would like applaud their child or son or daughter or whatever, and be like, "Yo, good job, it's kill or be killed" sort of thing. And he did say it's kind of like kill or be killed, but he didn't immediately like praise him. He instead apologized for not being there and leaving him alone, and then like hugged him, made sure he was okay and all that. Good dad in my book. It's a low fucking bar, bro. And then we finally get to see the dad be like, yo, don't let fear control you, because death strikes the vulnerable. And like, he talks a lot, and I'm gonna sum it up with he also said, don't tell the village that he was attacked, because I haven't quite figured out why yet, but that's what he said. And also he also said that basically, you will face people trying to kill you again in the future. But remember, when you face intent to kill, do not hesitate. Don't hold back. Don't let fear control you, because as I said earlier, death strikes the vulnerable. Which, that's a cold line, bro. Death strikes the vulnerable. And so, not telling the village, and he's like, yo, oh, I also asked this question. Why does the author love to traumatize characters? The author did the same thing in Full Metal Alchemist, bro. Like I don't get it. I don't get why they like traumatizing the main character, or even characters in general. Just trauma. The characters can fit so much trauma, but come on, man. And so they eventually return to the village, and they talk their way out of what happened. And say that like they stayed overnight, they lost their prey, nothing happened, all that jazz. But then as they're leaving, we see a focus on the axe that an old guy was using to chop wood, I guess. And I haven't quite figured out why they focused on the axe, because that was a deliberate camera shot. They didn't have to like do that. They could have just went to the next scene, but no, they hovered on the axe for at least like a couple seconds, like 2 maybe 3 seconds, which that's pretty long for an anime. And so I don't know why they did that. But then also, as he's explaining everything to them, Granny Yamaha and I forgot her name, the lady, don't remember her name. Granny Yamaha is suspicious of them. She's sus of them, and like I, I'm kind of curious as to why that happened. Like, why they want to hide it from the village that they were attacked. I mean, we know why we don't have to worry about the bandits attacking the village because of the barrier and all that. But like, why hide it? Because it's not, as far as I can tell. Although I might have an idea. As far as I can tell, it's not like it's not gonna immediately impact something, except maybe the almost dying part, which we're gonna get to that. We have quite a bit to talk about for that. But the cherry on top of all this trauma that Yurdu's dealing with in like a short amount of time is that shortly after he almost died, their parents left with ASA. Like, bro, like I can't blame the parents because I don't know the circumstances behind everything and why they actually left in the first place, or why they only took ASA, why they didn't take Yurdu and all that. So I can't blame them until I know the full circumstances. But damn, man, he almost dies, and shortly after he almost dies, they decide to up and leave. Like, I wonder. I assume the mother probably knows. Her name is Nagisa. I'm pretty sure he told her why what happened. Also, we learned the dad's name is Mine-san, and I love his design, bro. He's so cool. He's actually really cool, man. I hope he's alive and we get to see him again. I don't know how we're gonna see him again, but I hope he's alive when we see him again. Anything else on this page? No. Okay. Next page. Cool. Okay. And so, skipping over to the next scene, Yurdu's wondering if everyone in the village lied to him for the last 10 years. And I talked about this quite a bit in the reaction as well, so you're gonna check it out over there, but I'll reiterate some of what I said. I don't think it was literally everyone in the village. Because, as the saying goes, I don't think this is a saying, but if too many people know a secret, it becomes way too hard to keep the secret. Because, like, one slip up from one of the many people that might know, and everything's fucked. Like, someone could get drunk, assuming they have alcohol in the city, in the village. Or someone could be on their deathbed and decide, hey, I might as well tell them. Like, I don't think everyone in the village knew. Do I think a lot of people knew? Probably. But I don't think everyone knew. And I doubt the children knew. Because notoriously, children are bad at lying at times. Not all children. Some are really good at lying. But, I mean, I was one that was really good at lying back in the day. But I haven't lied. I haven't been a child for a very long time. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, I doubt the children knew. So I think it really was like a select few that knew the secret. So I don't support the whole massacre of the village, because I don't think everyone in the village knew the secret. I mean, even if everyone knew the secret, I don't think a massacre of the village would be the right call. I don't know what the right call would be, but I don't think it'd be a massacre. Because that's like a one and done thing. Where are we now? Oh. And so we get to finally learn about ASA. And how she almost died. Or she actually did die. And how she gained the power of break. She was 15 when she was captured by a Higashi village assassin. And there was an interesting shot as well after she said that, or as she was saying that, of Jin, who looked guilty. And so I could be great. I could be like not cooking at all, but why was he guilty? Do you think it was like a general guilt of, oh, he's responsible for her sort of thing, or do you think there's more to it? I wonder, because I imagine he's definitely not like a simple character. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was more to the like guilt than just general guilt of being like the guy responsible. But with that said, she died and gained the power of break, and this is where we learn quite a bit of information. So the power of break is the power of the daemon that lives on the boundary between the land of the dead and ours. Essentially, that's like, it's like purgatory, if I had to guess. Like, if I had to describe it in one word, it's like purgatory. That's like the land between heaven and hell, right? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not caught up on like on purgatory and heaven, hell, and shit like that. I'm pretty sure that. The place is also called Yomotsu Hirasaka. That doesn't tell me anything. But the power of break. And we learn that she technically did die. She got her throat slit. And we see a daemon there who had the power of break, whose name we never got. And it said that the twins of night and day will be sent to just before the Shadow Realm to command the Daemons. Hence the Daemons of the Shadow Realm situation. And because that's the story that her father told her. And that's what do you call it? The daemon said as well. Although the daemon said that it was just before the Shadow Realm, because the oral traditions are not always correctly passed down. But so the actual wording is sent to just before the Shadow Realm. And then the daemon goes to explain the power of breaking, how you could be a force to be reckoned with, you could end wars, you could just break the head on a body of a commander on a battlefield like that, as long as you could see him. And like, then I asked the question, what's considered breaking? Like breaking as in like shattering, or like is there a specific definition, or is it more just all encompassing, just destroying like that? Because I imagine, because like breaking when I was questioning what they meant by breaking like the head of the enemy commander, is it like crushing the head of the enemy commander, or breaking it off, because that would be breaking technically? Like, what's considered breaking? This is the most like lukewarm, unneeded information, I'm pretty sure, but I am very curious what they consider breaking. But the point is, she's given a choice between life and death, to choose life and live and accept the power of the daemon and the power of break, or can just walk off the edge and just be done with it. And honestly, I don't even think, with everything she's also been through, I don't think I could blame her if she just walks off. Or Yuru for that matter, especially not Yuru. If he chose to just walk off, I honestly would not be able to blame him, bro. I can't blame either of them, man. All that, like, especially when we learn that the cost will be people will want to use her power for them. They'll get close to her for that. And like, damn, at that point, I genuinely just would not blame her for just walking off and not taking the power, man. But she can't, because she has to see her brother again. She has to save him. She doesn't know that if he's dead or alive, so she won't know for certain. And I do wonder, is there another cost to this power? Because like, I feel like there has to be more than just the obvious like the, oh, you have to die first to potentially gain the power. And that's the thing here. Also, potentially is something we gotta talk about as well. But is there more to it? Like, does it drain stamina, or like some kind of like magical energy or something? Like, I want to know the intricacies of the power and how it actually functions. But unrelated to that, there is a point that I missed, because ASA assumed she was in hell. That's what she asked. Like, is this hell? And so the daemon was like, why do you assume you were sent to hell after dying? And that is a valid question. We don't know what kind of life ASA led up to this point. Like, we don't know if ASA's killed people before. I actually have no idea. I imagine she probably has at least once. In the same way maybe Yuru has? I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know why she assumes she was sent to hell. It is interesting to think about her. That gives us a glimpse into her like psychology into how her mental is, that she assumed she was being sent to hell, bro. But we also realize Yuru has to die in order for this whole thing to work. So yeah. But yeah, so she chose to live because of course she did. And she killed the captors, the people that kidnapped her, the assassins, who were trying to kill her to like get her to resurrect and all that. And that was a really cool shot. A couple cool shots actually of her with her like eye glowing. Yeah, right eye. It's her right eye. Although on the camera it's my left or whatever. Anyways, the point is that happened, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Apologies for that. And then finally on this page, one of the things that I noticed was Gabby-chan was examining the Daemons that attacked her, an ox and a horse, and she buried them too, which is so interesting. The more we see of her, the more I'm so curious to learn, cause like it's just interesting. Like, cause we learned last episode that she doesn't like how that guy was talking about the Daemons, how they're just meant to be used and all that. And so I'm just so curious, bro. But then finally, Dera appears. Of course he does, man. He's just like, yo, my name is Tadada, and I'm here for Yoru. And so they are talking about they're back over there with the group when Jin learns, yo, there's a Dera here for the Mr. Big Brother Yoru. And Yoru's like, yeah, I gotta listen. I should hear both sides first, because he heard the Kagemori side and ASA side. Now he has to hear their side, Dera's side. And so he's like, yeah, can you have him come here? And Jin's like, sure, very well. And then he also has to tell Akio not to kill someone this time. That was a funny scene, because Akio accidentally killed the leader of the attackers last time, supposed leader. I'm not quite sure if that guy was actually the leader, but like, he killed the leader. And so that was cool. And so moving on, we also got to meet Hagure sensei, who's a big guy who was sleeping after a deadline. He's a sweet guy, and we also learned that he's a sweet guy. He's happy that Asa met her big brother. And I wrote down he's a sweet guy for now, because we don't know literally anything else about him. So moving back, we also learn we also learned that the master is back, and I thought it was so coincidental or convenient how he showed up at the same time Dera showed up, and it turns out they rode in the same car, cause like Dera was waiting at the gate probably, and the master came in. He was like, "Yo, hop in, I'll give you a ride since we're going to the same place," and sort of thing. And like, we learned that the master's name is Gonzo Kagemori. I believe, I'm like 90% sure I actually had a comment tell me his name, but I never wrote it down, unfortunately. It just did not cross my mind to write down the master's name. But now we know his name for certain is Gonzo Kagemori. And we learn also that Jin and the master do not like Dera. They want to kill him, because Yuru can sense the killing intent for those two. But then thanks to Jin, we also learn, we might already knew this, but it's always good to have extra information or learn more, that the Tadada serve as liaisons between the Higashi village and the outside world, which that's really cool. And so that's all said and well. And then finally, Yuru mentions how he has to die to gain his power, and if the Dera knew, and he's like, yeah, I had heard the legends, but I didn't know anything for certain. And left and right also knew. And then Yuru's kind of rightfully so, was like, why didn't anyone tell me? But then they're also like, rightfully so. Essentially, I'm gonna like simplify this. They didn't tell Yuru because it's dangerous to think that he can die once and be fine. Because that's a very dangerous mindset to have, especially if like Asa was kidnapped or something happened to her and he was blackmailed into doing it. Like it made sense why they didn't tell him. And then he also said that there's no guarantee it even work, essentially. And that's also what I said, that just because ASA came back does not mean he will. And we even learned that one of the twins died from 400 years ago, give or take, and never actually came back. So and Yoru, rightfully so, was shocked. And honestly, I appreciate that Yoru wasn't like indignant about not knowing after even knowing all that. Like, he was actually like, oh, okay, that's good, and that's good to know. Okay, that kind of makes sense actually. Like, Yoru is such a good main character, man. I don't know if I say this enough, but he's such a good main character. In that, like, he's got a level head on his shoulders, and not only that, he's also just really good at like what he's able to do. And finally, the master is like, yo, let's go inside and have breakfast. And everyone goes in there, and that's where they basically end the episode. And like, I enjoyed this episode so much, man. And we're going on 21 minutes long, so that's definitely how much I enjoyed this episode. So, with that said, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on anything that I've said. And again, you can check out the reaction down in the description down below and the pinned comment. The link will go directly to the reaction. So, become a member, check it out. I appreciate it a lot. Generally, I do appreciate all the support that I get. Because, like, the situation I'm in, like, yeah, I'm doing everything on my phone, as I mentioned before. Like, it genuinely means a lot. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Like, subscribe, the notification bell, hype the video on the YouTube mobile app. And until next time, my name is Mark. Never stop being yourself, stay safe out there, and I will see all you incredible people in the next video.